Road trip to Wisconsin, beer, bets, and bad attitudes. By the time we hit the highway to Wisconsin, I already knew this trip was going to be a mess. It was supposed to be simple. 4 friends, 1 rental car, a beer tasting, a casino, and dinner at a nice restaurant. That was the plan. That was the dream. That was the lie. In the front seat was Marcus, driving like he was in a police chase nobody else knew about. Beside him was Tasha, holding the GPS like she was leading troops into battle. In the back seat was me, minding my business, and Ronnie, who had packed 3 outfits, 2 colognes, and an attitude big enough to need its own seatbelt. "We are not stopping every 10 minutes, Marcus said, gripping the wheel. Ronnie looked offended. "First of all, I'm grown. Second of all, I need snacks. Third, my blood sugar gets low when I'm around negative energy." Tasha turned around. "Your blood sugar gets low when nobody is paying attention to you." I almost choked on my iced coffee. Ronnie leaned forward. "See, that's that jealousy I was talking about." "Jealous of what?" Tasha said. "Your fake Gucci bag from the flea market." The car got quiet. Marcus whispered, "Damn." Ronnie sat back slowly. "It's inspired." "Inspired by lies," Tasha said. And just like that, we were only 20 minutes into the trip and already somebody's feelings were in the trunk next to the overnight bags. The plan was to go to a beer tasting spot in Wisconsin first. Marcus had found it online and kept calling it classy, which worried me because Marcus thought any place with cloth napkins was classy. When we pulled up, the building actually looked nice. Big wooden doors, outdoor tables, string lights, and people laughing like they had money and didn't check their bank app before ordering. Inside, they gave us little glasses of beer on a wooden board. Ronnie looked at his flight like it had personally disrespected him. "This all we get?" The bartender smiled. "It's a tasting." Ronnie blinked. "I know what it is. I'm tasting poverty." Tasha rolled her eyes. "You always got something to say. And yet you always listening," Ronnie said. The first beer was light and citrusy. Marcus loved it. Tasha said it tasted like a summer day. Ronnie said it tasted like someone washed a grapefruit in dishwater. I just nodded because I wasn't trying to get dragged into the review. By the 3rd beer, everybody was loose. Marcus started telling a story about how he almost became a DJ in 2009. Tasha accused him of lying because every man over 30 thinks he almost became a DJ. Ronnie flirted with the bartender, who smiled politely in that customer service way that means please tip and leave. Then came the mess. A woman walked in wearing sunglasses, a red jumpsuit, and a wig so sharp it looked like it had a lawyer. Marcus froze. I noticed immediately. Tasha noticed too. Ronnie noticed before God did. Well, Ronnie whispered. "Somebody just saw a ghost with lashes." The woman removed her sunglasses and smiled. "Marcus." Tasha turned so fast I thought her neck cracked. Marcus cleared his throat. "Oh, hey, Denise." Denise walked over like she had theme music. "Wow, small world." Tasha smiled, but it wasn't friendly. It was the kind of smile women use before they ruin your life politely. "I'm Tasha," she said. "Marcus's girlfriend." Denise raised one eyebrow. "Girlfriend." Ronnie whispered, "Here we go." Marcus started sweating. "Yeah, we've been together." Denise laughed. Not loud. Worse. Soft. "That's funny," she said. "Because last month you told me you were emotionally unavailable." Tasha stared at Marcus. Emotionally unavailable. I looked at my beer. Suddenly it became very interesting. Marcus stuttered. "I mean, I was going through something." Denise smiled. "You were going through my DMs." Ronnie slapped the table. "Not the DMs." Tasha stood up. "Marcus." "Tasha. Listen." "No, you listen. You dragged me to Wisconsin for beer in public embarrassment." Denise lifted her glass. "For what it's worth, the peach lager is excellent. That almost took me out." Marcus tried to explain, but there is no explanation when the woman from your emotionally unavailable era walks into a beer tasting and introduces receipts. Tasha grabbed her purse. "I'm going outside." Ronnie stood too. "I'm going with you." Tasha snapped. "Why?" "Because I don't want to miss nothing." Outside, Tasha paced near the car while Ronnie gave commentary like he was hosting a reunion special. "I knew something was off," Ronnie said. "Men who drive with both hands on the wheel are always hiding something." "That doesn't even make sense," I said. "It makes emotional sense," Ronnie replied. Marcus came outside looking like a man who had lost both the argument and the deposit. "Tasha, can we talk?" Tasha crossed her arms. "Did you or did you not tell that woman you were emotionally unavailable?" Marcus sighed. "Yes, but, and were you in her DMs?" Yes, but not like that. Ronnie gasped. Baby, DMs are always like that. Marcus glared at him. Can you not? Ronnie touched his chest. I'm just here for support. For who? Marcus asked. The truth. After 20 minutes of arguing, Tasha decided she was not going to let Marcus ruin the trip because, in her words, I bought this outfit and somebody is going to see it. So we continued to the casino. The casino was bright, loud, and full of people pressing buttons like the machines owed them child support. Marcus gave everyone $20 to gamble with as a peace offering. Tasha took the money and said, "This does not buy forgiveness. This buys entertainment." Ronnie headed straight to the slot machines. I feel lucky. You felt lucky at the beer tasting too, Tasha said. Ronnie ignored her. For a while, things calmed down. I won $12 and felt rich. Marcus lost 50 and pretended he was studying the machine. Tasha sat at a slot called Queen of Diamonds and, after 3 spins, won $200. She screamed. Ronnie came running. What happened? Tasha pointed at the screen. I won. Marcus smiled. See, good energy. Tasha looked at him. Don't attach yourself to my blessings. Then Ronnie sat down at the machine next to her and said, "Move over, luck is contagious." That's when the second round of drama started. Ronnie put in $20. Then another 20. Then another. Ronnie, I said, slow down. He waved me off. I'm about to hit. Tasha said, you about to hit 0. Ronnie snapped, why are you worried about my money? Because last week you asked me to cash app you for laundry. That was community support. Marcus laughed, which was the wrong choice. Ronnie turned on him. You laughing, Mr. Emotionally unavailable. Marcus stopped laughing. Tasha smiled. No, let him talk. He finally saying something useful. Ronnie lost again. He stared at the machine. This casino is homophobic. I said, Ronnie, the machine does not know you. It knows my spirit. By dinner time, Ronnie had lost $80, Marcus had lost his dignity, and Tasha had won enough to act different. She picked the restaurant because she said winners choose. The place was nice. Dim lights, candles, pretty plates, and prices that made everybody sit up straighter. The hostess took us to a booth, and for a minute, I thought maybe we could end the night peacefully. Then Ronnie saw the menu. $32 for chicken. He said, is it singing? Tasha sipped her water. You lost $80 to a machine with cartoon cherries, but chicken is where you draw the line. Ronnie pointed at her. Don't count my pockets. I'm counting the empty space around them. Marcus put his face in his hands. The waiter came over, cheerful and innocent. Poor man had no idea he had walked into a storm. Can I start you with drinks? Tasha ordered wine. Marcus ordered water because guilt had dehydrated him. Ronnie asked if refills were free. I ordered lemonade and peace, but only one came. Halfway through dinner, Marcus tried again. Tasha, I really am sorry. Tasha cut into her steak. For what? For making you feel embarrassed. Ronnie leaned in. Interesting wording. Marcus sighed. For embarrassing you. And, Tasha said, and for messaging Denise. And, Marcus looked confused. And what? Tasha placed her fork down. And for telling her you were emotionally unavailable when you were emotionally available enough to be in my house eating my groceries. Ronnie clapped once. That part. Marcus nodded slowly. You're right. Tasha stared at him. I know. Then Ronnie, who had been quiet for almost 45 seconds, decided to make everything worse. Well, since we're telling the truth. Everybody froze. I said, Ronnie, don't. He looked at me. I have to live in my truth. Tasha narrowed her eyes. What truth? Ronnie smiled. Marcus wasn't the only one talking to somebody. Marcus sat up. What does that mean? Tasha's face changed. Just a little, but enough. Ronnie leaned back like a villain in a soap opera. Ask Tasha about Brandon from the gym. The table went silent. Marcus turned to Tasha. Who is Brandon? Tasha laughed too quickly. Nobody. Ronnie said, nobody with abs. I whispered, Lord, take the wheel. Marcus stared at her. Tasha. She rolled her eyes. We text sometimes. Text. Marcus said. About what? Fitness. Ronnie coughed. At midnight. Tasha threw a bread roll at him. The waiter appeared with perfect timing and terrible luck. How is everything tasting? Ronnie smiled. Messy. The waiter backed away slowly. Marcus was heated now. So you mad at me, but you texting Brandon? Tasha pointed at him. Don't you dare compare my fitness texts to your emotional unavailability tour. Ronnie nodded. That tour had dates. I couldn't help it. I laughed. That was my mistake. Tasha looked at me. You think this funny? I wiped my mouth. No. Ronnie said, you laughing. I coughed emotionally. By now the whole booth was in chaos. Marcus was accusing Tasha. Tasha was defending herself. Ronnie was stirring the pot like he had a wooden spoon in his purse. I was trying to eat my pasta before somebody flipped the table. Then the final twist walked in. Denise. Again. She entered the restaurant with 2 friends, laughing and glowing like karma with lip gloss. Ronnie saw her first. Oh, this woman is booked and busy. Marcus looked like he wanted to crawl under the table. Tasha laughed. No, no, no. Don't hide now. Your Wisconsin girlfriend is here. Denise noticed us and waved. Ronnie waved back. Marcus hissed, why are you waving? Because I'm polite. Denise came over. Wow. Again. Tasha smiled. Wisconsin is small when somebody is messy. Denise looked at Marcus. You okay? Tasha said, he's fine. Just emotionally overbooked. Denise's friends laughed. Ronnie laughed. I laughed inside because outside felt dangerous. Marcus finally stood up. Okay, enough, he said. I messed up. I shouldn't have been messaging Denise. Tasha, you shouldn't have been texting Brandon at midnight. Ronnie, you shouldn't be exposing everybody's business when you lost money and got bitter. Ronnie gasped. Bitter. Marcus pointed at him. Yes, bitter. Ronnie stood too. I am not bitter. I am seasoned. Tasha said, you're salty. Denise whispered, this is better than cable. And somehow, that broke the tension. Tasha started laughing. Then I started laughing. Then Ronnie tried not to laugh, but he did. Even Marcus smiled, though he still looked scared. We sat back down. Denise went to her table. The waiter returned like he was approaching wild animals. Dessert? He asked. Tasha said, yes, put it on Marcus's card. Marcus didn't argue. By the end of dinner, nobody was fully forgiven, but everybody was too full to fight. Tasha said she and Marcus would discuss boundaries, which sounded serious and expensive. Ronnie claimed the casino cheated him and vowed never to gamble again until next time. I took my leftovers and decided I would never go on another road trip without a written agreement, emergency snacks, and a witness. On the ride home, the car was quiet for 10 whole minutes. Then Ronnie said, so we not gonna talk about how Denise followed us all day? Marcus groaned. She did not follow us. Tasha looked out the window. Maybe she followed your emotional availability. I lost it. Marcus said, can we please just get home? Ronnie smiled in the dark back seat. This was a good trip. Tasha turned around. Good. Yes, Ronnie said. Beer, casino, dinner, drama, betrayal, plot twists, and dessert. That's a vacation. And honestly, he wasn't wrong. Wisconsin gave us beer, money, scandal, and a steakhouse showdown. Somebody lost cash, somebody lost trust, and somebody gained a new nickname. By the time we crossed back into Illinois, Tasha was calling Marcus, Mr. Emotionally unavailable. Ronnie was calling himself seasoned, not salty, and I was already planning to write the whole thing down. Because some road trips give you memories. Ours gave us evidence.